Peace, beautiful souls. So, we all know there's a lot of energy shifts going on, right? And a lot of the energy that's been coming up lately has been a lot of energy of letting go, right? Because we're transitioning into this new world. So, within the last few years, last couple years, really, there's been a lot of energy of letting go. Also, reminder, release is a word spell. Release, you're not, what you're trying to say is, I'm letting go of this thing. What you're actually saying is, I re-sign a contract with this thing. So you're saying, I release fear. I re-signed this contract with fear. I had to put that out there because I've been seeing it a lot again lately. So anyways, there's the energy lately there. It's been a lot of us letting go of things, right? And in order to let go of things fully, we have to let ourselves feel them and process them and things like that. And I think I posted the other day recently about how, like, there's been some basically sadness that I've been pushing off lately, of like specific traumas and specific things that have transpired in my life the last couple years, right? And sometimes I really do struggle to let myself feel those things all the way, especially when it has to do with certain people in my life, or that were in my life, specifically family, right? And I just became privy to some knowledge about some things that, like, were said about me by some people in my like, two specific people, right? My dad and my brother. And with those two, it has been like within the last over a year. With my dad longer, but whatever, things that I've been pushing away, feelings, right? Because it actually was very painful, right? Like, those relationships, the things that had happened, and like letting go of those relationships, right? So those two have been hard for me to process lately, to let myself actually feel that, right? Like the sadness of those relationships now being like different or non-existent, right? And again, I was pushing it away, but then I found out some things that when I initially found out, I was angry. And for me, what I know my anger to be, most people's anger, it's sadness, right? On a different level. It's easier to process, to feel anger, than it is to let yourself feel sadness. So initially that was my first emotion, and then today it like hit me more because I did a little you're gonna burn yourself. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but when I found that out yesterday, I was trying to do some shadow work, and I felt my ego coming up a lot lately. And again, because I was letting myself feel more anger than sadness, when in reality, I'm just sad to not have those relationships. I'm sad to not be feeling, the love from them. And I want to feel that love. I want to have the talks. I want to feel like they're proud of me. And in actuality, that's just not the reality of it, right? And truthfully, so it hurts. It really hurts, right? And today, I let myself really feel it. And another thing, beautiful thing that came out of that was me being able to feel vulnerable and feel supported by my mom. It's been, we all know, well, not we all know, but a lot of you know, I've had a lot of, like, my relationship with my mom is also, it's like a roller coaster sometimes, right? And it's been over the years hard for me to be vulnerable with her and things like that. And because of allowing myself to really feel that stuff that was going on, I was able to connect with her deeper and actually feel safe with her, feel that love from her, that support from her, like embracing my feelings also, like feeling heard, right? And like just being honest with myself completely, right? And it hurts. Of course it's painful, but I also know, like, I chose these things. I chose my family before reincarnating here, right? To rise me up to certain things. So overall, what I'm trying to say is too, right? Besides the fact that we need to allow ourselves to really feel, to heal, these painful things that happen to us or happen for us are doors, they're doorways, they're gateways, they're portals, right? If we allow them to be, allow ourselves to close a chapter with this new found information, with allowing to let ourselves feel these things, closing the door to certain times in your life, certain people, all these things lets you liberate yourself and lets you step into another timeline, if that makes sense. Like holding on to certain things, holding on to what certain people may think, and not being fully honest with yourself or fully embracing all your feelings holds you back. I know I still have like a lot of letting myself feel when it comes to those two relationships and things in my life and stuff, but I've been feeling a lot of like, I've been feeling myself holding back certain things. It's just so hard. And when you have like soft spots for certain people, regardless of what has happened, what they've done to you, or whatever the case may be, we have soft spots for certain people. And in that way, it's hard for us to let ourselves feel all the way what we feel, whether it is anger, whether it is sadness, whatever the case may be, because when you truly let yourself feel those things, you liberate yourself, like I said, and it helps you with boundaries. It takes out like the cloudiness of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you would allow, what you wouldn't allow, right? Because for some people, you allow a little bit more than you would for others because of how you feel about them, how you love them, whatever the case may be. And again, that can really hold you back. Like your boundaries, your standards should be across the board. It shouldn't have like exceptions for certain people, right? And for me, for a long time, with a lot of things, I have had that, for certain people. And you think it's like to protect you because you want to keep these people in your life, or even if it's with a certain amount of range, but in reality, no, it's pretty detrimental to you and your growth, your self-love, your self-respect, all these things, right? So yeah, if you've gotten this far, just because it's painful doesn't mean it's the wrong answer, right? And again, like I said the other day, you are strong enough to feel the pain to get to the other side. Okay, let yourself open up these portals. Let yourself change your timeline. Let yourself pick you fully. Okay? And sometimes that hurts. Sometimes it hurts a little. It won't hurt forever. But picking you can be really painful, especially when you're used to picking other people and choosing other people, putting other people before you. Sometimes it's super hard, especially in the beginning. It's hard, it hurts, but you can do it. You are strong enough to do it. I think that's it. I love you. See you later. I thought this stopped. It didn't stop.